Welcome to the 5th vlog of the Honeymoon edition. We're in Stellenbosch right now, but we're all packed up and ready to go. We're really excited because there's so much more adventuring to show you in Cape Town. So let's get the show on the road. So we're on our way to Gaansbai, which is where we are going to be doing some shark diving. We're really excited. We're working with Marine Dynamics here. Heard a lot of great things, but we're almost there, about say 30 minutes before we get to their shop.
Now, are you both going in the water today?
Yes.
Okay guys, you do need your elastic bands. I know these are just elastic bands, but we will collect them as you're boarding. They act like tickets.
So the one cool thing about South Africa is that they have cage diving for great white sharks. It's one of the few places in the world that you can do it and on the cheap. Thing is, with the weather, it's super windy out there. We don't know how many shark we're gonna see. Are we gonna see zero or many? Not sure. So of course when you get here, they're gonna wanna fatten us up. This is our lunch, but really it's to feed us to the sharks. We just got our briefing and it looks like there's been an interesting situation with the sharks. There have been orca sightings around, which is actually scaring the sharks away. So for the past 5 or 6 days, they actually haven't seen any great whites. So who knows if we're gonna see any, we're not sure. Once the water is a little bit higher than where it is right now, we'll be able to get on our boat. It's finally ready to go, let's go.
I'm a little nervous about the motion sickness. I don't know.
Don't be nervous, my honey. Don't be nervous. The shark won't eat you. They only take the big Danes, not you skinny ones.
Okay, I'm safe, right?
There. Now you can relax.
Let's do this. It's time to suit up. M and S for you.
Sally.
I think it's fine. We're down to the harbor right now.
Oh, thank you very much.
There we go.
Let's go.
Oh, hi. And then off we went at high speeds. It didn't take us that long to get there, but it was a crazy ride. We geared up, put on our wetsuits, our weights, and then headed into our cage.
You guys should just need quick reactions. Okay guys, enjoy it.
Woo, did it! We just waited for a shark sight.
Looking for sharks.
Okay, so no great whites yet, but we got copper sharks, so we're gonna go in first and check them out. With the chum churning and the fish bait in the water, well, it seemed like an eternity down there, watching these copper sharks coming in and out, sometimes just catching the tail as they whipped through. But I'll say that it was a little bit discombobulating, basically going up and down into the water, holding your breath as you're trying to catch a glimpse of them, and just holding onto the bars for dear life without having your fingers out there. It was an incredible experience, but for those that are nauseous, not the thing for you, for sure. Well, that was cage diving. We're trying to make it back for a dinner reservation. We probably aren't gonna make it, but c'est la vie. So the road continues. We have a reservation. We're a bit late though.
A bit late. Yeah, I was just trying to call you and see where you are.
So we just finished dinner at Greenhouse, which turns out to be a very fancy restaurant. I booked this months ago and I totally forgot today was the very fancy restaurant that I booked for 8 p.m. But driving here, obviously, I told you guys that there were massive delays. We weren't gonna make 8 o'clock. We got here at 8:30 and like we're in a crazy rush. We get to the parking lot and we drive into this lovely estate. I already know that shit, like we are totally underdressed for this. I'm in shorts and t-shirt and flip-flops.
And this is right after our shark cage diving.
We get out of the car, we're like, shit, we gotta change. So we go to the trunk, open up our suitcases, I grab a shirt, I put on some legit pants.
Yeah, I changed my whole outfit, basically.
Yeah, and you know, class that up a little. We went in, luckily we didn't look too out of place.
Except your flip-flops.
My flip-flops, sure. I was too lazy to change into shoes. But We had a lovely 12-course meal, as you would at Greenhouse. It was excellent. Japanese-inspired, African ingredient dishes. It was all very, very good.
Oh, we're both really full, really stuffed.
Exactly. So it's about 11 o'clock, and I think it's time to wrap things up and head home. Got a long drive back to Cape Town, but yeah, that's kind of a day in the life in honeymoon lifestyle here in South Africa. I am really looking forward today because we are going on a tour called Uthando. Uthando is run by James Fernie, and it's a really cool local experience tour that takes travelers out to some of the townships that are nearby Cape Town. I think so often travelers come through South Africa and they don't really get to experience what it's like to live and what it's like to be part of one of these townships and the history and the struggle behind the socio-economical issues that confront South Africa today. So for us, what we really wanted to do was to experience one of these, to not just be a tourist, but to really understand the locals of today.
My name is Xolani Maiseko. I represent an organization called Uthando South Africa, which is a non-profit organization working in the tourism industry to link broad-based organizations with tourism. So we support a multitude of community upliftment programs. Well, I think it boils down to what people want to experience. As you know, there are always different experiences to people's traveling, holidays, if we put it in that sense. But for them to be wanting or willing to do an Uthando experience, it really goes towards sustainable tourism. It goes towards responsible tourism. It also goes towards a fair trade principle. Because when people are joining our experiences, they're able to contribute immensely to the development of our society. So it's not a hand-out experience, rather it's a human-to-human experience, which is a hand-up. So with those reasons, I believe that people certainly can do these experiences to contribute in that regard. Well, the programs that we visited, it's a 1 hectare agricultural program called Umoya Wekaya Garden, started and facilitated by women in the communities themselves to bring about agricultural and environmental impact and change. And by also doing that, they are feeding the nation. Another one will be a women's skills development program where they do all sorts of arts and craft. It's called the Kaya Ekasi. And amongst many things that they are also doing is to impact positively on the skills development and knowledge of women and girls through what they call the mobile photography approach. People learn skills onto using phones and they produce their day-to-day lives, and such will then be converted into postcards, greeting cards, and many other aspects of greatness. And of course, with that, there was a music program, young people producing, doing, and facilitating music to improve the lives of many young people who are highly illiterate or highly uneducated and who are highly unemployed. They have meaning, they have something to do, meaningful experiences, and that's when the music approach comes into. A kindergarten known as a Kaya Iminati Educare Center, yet again, through educational development, we're able to build society. People are able to dream, different dreams that can be positive, and it always starts with quality education. So the investment that Uthando and many of its partners and donors have contributed towards, 1.2 million rands, it's an investment to the future of those children in the community.
Back in Cape Town, we wanted to explore more, so we went to the company's garden. Welcome to my new home. There's a restaurant in the garden, and what we really loved were these incredible South African milkshakes.
So good. Only in South Africa.
We kept walking around the city, and we stumbled upon one of these souvenir markets. Check out these colorful buildings here. We're in a neighborhood called Bo-Kaap, which is kind of a Malay South African neighborhood, pretty unique, and is a really great walk just up and down this street. Guys, we just got to Table Mountain. We're at the base of the cable aerial car, but they just told us that we can't go up. It's too windy. They're only bringing people down. The weather's absolutely beautiful out here. We thought we'd get here at 6, go up and then come down at 8 o'clock, but it's not happening today. So our tickets are still good for 7 days. We're gonna try to come back to Table Mountain tomorrow. Hot tip, make sure you check the website before coming up to see if the cable car is still running. It's a thing, even if it looks absolutely gorgeous and it's not windy at the base, they could be shutting it down. So anyways, from here, we're just checking into view of Cape Town. We got our Uber and we're gonna go over to V&A. The whole V&A is this incredible waterfront area that's been built up for tourists and locals alike, but it was great to be back since this was our second time on our trip to check out the views, the stores, and to have dinner. Just got to Muizenberg from Cape Town and we are gonna hit the surf today with Stoked School of Surf.
Hi, my name is Kwezi and I work for School of Stoked.
We just caught some sick waves with my buddy Kwezi here. Stoked School of Surf.
Correct.
What were the conditions like today?
Well, today it was about 2 to 3 foot onshore, but really fun for learning. Muizenberg is actually one of the best places to learn how to surf. What makes it so easy to learn and surf out there is the waves are gentle and the water is much warmer, so it's a lot forgiving.
Cool, so how long have you been doing this for?
I've been coaching for about 10 years and surfing for about 20 years.
So you were telling me earlier about like, you're pretty big into surfing here.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm pretty big, but I've been surfing for quite some time and I've done an international level of surfing, yes. At the moment, 10th in South Africa, which is not too good. But okay,
that's pretty good for me. Top 10 right here. Top 10. Wicked, man. No, thanks a lot. It was awesome, a lot of fun, buddy.
Good times. Good to have you, man. You did well.
Yeah, I did all right. You did well. So Kwezi said it. We had an amazing day of surfing out in the water. It was pretty cool. We thought the water was going to be really cold, but actually with the wetsuit and actually the water is I think 16 to 18 degrees out there. So it was nice and warm. At the beginning it was a bit rough, but we picked it up. It was kind of like riding a bicycle because we've done it before. And Chantel and I were able to catch some pretty decent surf. I was able to get on my stance. It was a ton of fun. Definitely a must-do in South Africa. So we're at Hang 10. We just finished the surfing and feeling really, really hungry. So this is the perfect lunch for after surf. And after this, I guess we go back into Cape Town. But I am famished.
Check it out, check it out.
Guys, we are back at Table Mountain. We finally made it. I think the cable car is running. The parking up here is a little crazy. There's no official parking lot. It seems like everyone's just parking on the side of the road. And we somehow fit our car parallel parking in this crazy spot. One of the parking attendants helped us out, so we're gonna tip him well. But I don't know if you can see, this is kind of just how it works. And it's first come, first serve. So some people park near the bottom. We're actually right near the top, near where the cable car is. We're headed up. So we just bypassed the line. Of course, we bought our tickets online and we got the snake in line over here. It's a bit shorter than the one that's down there. We're in. Right here on Table Mountain. Well, they weren't kidding when they said it was windy up here. Extra layers definitely needed. Whew. Well, we've made it to the top of Table Mountain. It's quite the view, I gotta say. And we're on the backside of Table Mountain. The other side has the complete view of Cape Town down below. And it was worth the wait. It spins! We just parked and we are starting our supposed to be 40-minute hike. It is sunset. Where are we now?
Lion's Head.
Lion's Head. So excited for this one. It's supposed to be a real good hike. Barely left the parking lot. I'm tired already.
Go on, mate.
You did it. Thanks.
Not scary at all. I was not told this hike is gonna be like that.
View of Table Mountain. The sun is setting. Sweat is falling. We're going with the recommended route. So since that looks a little scary, we're gonna do some cheat hiking with my trusty little drone. So we're gonna fly it around, and I think we're gonna call it a day. I think going down is gonna be a bit challenging, so whew, it's been fun. incredibly packed day. We did a bit of everything from surfing to the hiking to going up to Table Mountain. But alas, it's finally food time. We are at Hudson's, which is a burger joint in Greenpoint, and the food looks incredible. We got the milkshake here, we got the burgers. We're really ready to chow down. But sad to say that this is actually our last day in Cape Town. Tomorrow we start our journey over to Seychelles. We're really looking forward to that. It'll be nice to just rest and relax and rejuvenate and all that good stuff. But I hope you guys had a fun time seeing all the crazy things we did in Cape Town. But this wraps it up, and we'll see you soon in Seychelles. Again, make sure you subscribe. And this is Will from Going Awesome Places.